Black 18! Black 18! Huh. Ready, ready! Red 80! Red 80! Hut, hut! Down! Ready! Blue 85! Blue, red 20, hot! Down! Hut, hut! Ready! Down. Here we go. Hut, 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 hut.
Third and long right here. They'll leave it with the lone back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, they're able to catch the defense off guard. They're obviously thinking pass. This back is dangerous on first down, second, and third. And he shows you the vision and shows you the speed. I just love how decisive he is. He's getting north right away.
And third down and long, man, everything in you knows it's a pass. Surely they're not going to run the football. But I think what you said...
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Keeps it on the ground. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got enough space. Touchdown, Longhorns! Into the end zone for 6.
Defense has got...
The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this off.
There he goes. Inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Longhorn. Once he got
defense is top 10 in the country in points per game.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. On the move. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Longhorns peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Uh-oh, look out. Nice move there. Breaks into the open. Spin, still running. At the 20. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Man, I'll tell you.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A first down run on the doorstep. And he's in! Touchdown, Texas!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create things.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Here's some daylight. Makes one man miss. He's past the marker. Finding some room. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
And just keep feeding this guy the football, and this scoreboard is going to...
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
And this offense is clicking, man.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just 4.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40.
Here we go.
To the back. Looking for a crease. There he goes. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Breaks the tackle. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Lacey. It's complete on the right side. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots. And that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now. And he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Got an alley. Past the 6. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes you're...
Snags it, and he's open. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Plows through the defense. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job.
Just plowing ahead. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. The Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. Just blew his way through a couple of defenders and reached Peters. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Horns are... And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Moving the pocket, it's Lacey. Got him quickly.
This defense is going to this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Powers through the defender. Finds a crease at the 20. Turning it on. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! He's in the house for the 6th time. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. They'll take the penalty and move them back. That false start really puts them in the hole. Here comes 2nd and 14. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5 at 2nd and long. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Makes the grab on the left. He smashes his way through again. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. See some running room. Might have a chance. At the 30. Inside the touchdown, Texas. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Into the end zone for the 7th time. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Lacey. Makes a catch. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They make the stop at the 19 after a pickup of 5. The Longhorns have moved it inside the 20. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
We know about this running back's verse.
The week has been immersed in midnight yells, barbecue smells, a sea of crowds in the fall colors, and the Lone Star Showdown ends with Texas hooking up and getting the victory over the Aggies. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Bobby Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody. is a live look at the... Boy, when a defense lets you out of jail like that, it can give the offense some momentum. 1st and 10 from the 22. To the air, it's Lacey. Working that left side now. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He breaks a tackle. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on it. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Complete. Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to pass again. It's complete to the left. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. He's loose. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in. And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on 2nd down. Hard running there. And the spin move bought him a little time, just not a lot of yardage. Here comes the Texas offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Looking downfield, it's Lacey. Got the back over the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
And I think they found...
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Ran through the contact. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion because...
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Snaps it in the shotgun. Spits it out to the back. Reels it in. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking to throw, it's Lacy. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle on offense.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. They're working that left side. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Runs through a tackle. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football,
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
you know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But
Caught, and he's got room. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn. He got a step and just dusted the field. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. To the air, it's Lacy. Complete. At the 45, on its way. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And it's another 1st and 10 play. They'll move the wide receiver. Makes his man miss. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw one 1st. And he almost had a pick.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. There he goes. The tag. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Got his man. Just steamrolling the defense. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
Defense right there to stop. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Moves the pocket. It's Lacy. Got his man on the right. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Fights off a defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. He's got enough. There he goes to the right. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Texas!
And you gotta love seeing that.
The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Made a defender miss. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got... The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Sees a crease. Turning it on. Running inside the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Longhorns.
David, I mean, you can take your hand.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Sees an alley. Enough to move the chains. All kinds of room to the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Maybe some room here. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Motion from the wide receiver. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got a little space. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Lot of room to the right. Past the 10. Touchdown, Texas. He ran through 2 men on his way to the end zone. And now this offense will take the field again. Motion from the wideout. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Could not make his way to the corner.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was...
Got some green grass. He's got the first down. There's some room. Smashes through the tackle. He's at the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it.
Into the secondary on the right. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wide receiver comes in motion. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Uh-oh, look out. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Longhorn. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Nice move to pick up yardage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Shakes off the defender. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book.
There he goes! The 30! Bulldozes his way through. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Longhorns trying to in on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. 2nd and goal for the offense. They'll try to slam it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Texas! Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the 1st period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Crosses to 35. All kinds of room to the right. Past the 20. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space. Here comes the Texas offense. Fighting off the defender. Hit and dropped in his tracks. It'll be a loss. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Wide receiver going in motion. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
A really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run.
They'll go back to work on offense. Just ran over it. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. There he goes. The 50, the 40, the 20, the 10, all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns. No. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Can't get him to the ground. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Runs through the tackle. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Second and long here. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He's at the 40. At the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. That is his third. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Breaks the tackle. Got the first down. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Motion from the wideout. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's some daylight. Just ran him over. And he showed off that stiff arm as he had a decent run. They've got the ball in midfield, but they're facing a third and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Plows through the defense. Breaks free, and he might be gone. He's at the... And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Texas!
Every time we speak to defenses...
First down for this offense. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
This offense is so...
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Past the 45. Still on his feet. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten at this point. You've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were, they knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams. And they've been able to do that to this point. So, David, to your point,